Hey guys, it's Lel, and it's time to talk about episode 4 of TWINKLE PRECURE. This episode was the birth of Cure Soleil, and you guys know how happy and how excited and how over the moon or over the sun I am for her debut. I was for her debut, and now that she is here with us, I think that all of my expectations were met in this episode. So in this episode, we were able to see a little bit of Hikaru's school life, and it was interesting because Lala was always in the background watching and paying attention to everything, and it seems that she was enjoying how school life goes. But at the same time, we were able to see their school life a little bit. We were able to see how Elena is popular in school. Everybody loves her, people admire her, especially the girls, and they admire her style, they admire her abilities with sports. And it was interesting again because Lala doesn't know what sports is, and she didn't even know what a school was. So it's interesting to notice that she lives in a very different planet. She lives in a planet with a very different culture from our own. And that's an interesting thing because when we see characters coming from another place, usually we have a similar culture to our culture in other places, in other planets, in anime in general. So it's interesting when we have something totally different from that. And one comment that was very nice was when Lala was watching Elena doing like acrobacies, and Purun said that she was very fast, and she the only time he saw someone as fast as Elena was people from a planet called, I don't remember the name of the planet, but it seems that it was like a planet with rat people. And that's a very interesting thing because it seems that Prudence knows a lot about other planets and other people, other cultures, and I'm really excited to meet those planets and to meet those people, to meet those different people, because I think that Star Twinkle is being very creative with their ideas. Um, at the same time, we were seeing school, we were able to meet a new character from Hikaru's class. First thing to notice is that the girls, the Star Twinkle girls, they have different tie colors. Hikaru has a pink tie, Madoka has a purple tie, and Elena has an orange tie. So, yes, obviously, cures are all different from the rest of the school. That's an anime thing. But we were able to see a girl that stood out a little bit because she's blonde. Like the rest of the class is all brown haired or black haired, and she's blonde, and she really stands out in the middle of everybody. And there was another interesting thing. Before this episode aired, we were able to see that this girl received a voice actor. Her voice actor was shown a little bit before, so that means she's probably going to be kind of an important character. At the same time, her hairstyle is very similar to the hairstyle of the girl from the opening that we are theorizing that is going to be our fifth cure. And this girl noticed that Lala was watching them. So this girl is probably going to be somewhat important for this season in a way. I mean, they wouldn't just give that role to someone just for nothing. Even though they did that in Mahotsukai. In Mahotsukai we had a girl, I don't remember her name. She always noticed there was something strange with the three main girls, but that didn't go anywhere. I mean, the girl didn't end up being important. And since we have the same writer of Mahotsukai, he's probably trying to do the same thing, but this time around, he's probably trying to bring something new to this character. So I think that she might be someone, from this season. We don't know if she's a fifth cure yet, but she might be related to her somehow, or she might end up being her. But I think that she's going to be very intrigued by Lala's presence, and she's going to, search for things and search for a way to find her. So, we were able to meet Elena. We were able to see that she's the sun of the school. People love her. People admire her. People want to be around her. And she has lots of fans, and those fans want her to be part of groups, of clubs, right? That's how they're called. But she's not able to be part of any of them because she has to leave school early. She takes care of a shop called Sonrisa, as we already know, and in this shop they sell flowers, and it's a beautiful shop. And one of the things that Star Twinkle is like impressing me is the colorization of everything. Star Twinkle is bringing colors every time. There are lots and lots and lots of colors. And when it comes down to her flower shop, everything's very colorful, very bright, very beautiful, very uplifting. And that's a very interesting stylistic choice because this season is really bringing it in terms of energy, and they're connecting it with the visuals, and they're doing a great job over it. So I think that when Hikaru and Lala went there, it was nice because Elena quickly recognized both of them, and they started talking, they started sharing lots of things. Elena shared a little bit of her own daily life, daily routine, going back to the shop, taking care of her family. We were able to meet some of her siblings. They're very cute. And, the scenes with them playing with Fua were also really nice. They just simply enjoyed it. I was expecting them to, push her around, squeeze her, but no, it was just a fun time for Fua and for the kids. And Fua even talked to them. They didn't even notice anything. I mean, they're just kids, right? And Purunce's reaction in that scene was priceless. And it's interesting. And we weren't able to meet Elena's parents, but we were able to learn a little bit more about them. We learned that her father comes from a foreign country, in which sonrisa means smile, Spanish, so he comes from Spain. And we were able to see a drawing of the whole family. We were able to see her father and her mother in that drawing, which was a very cute drawing, by the way. And I hope we were able to meet them someday. So we had a very nice moment between the girls and Elena. I really like Elena's personality. She's very outgoing. She's very calm. Her voice actor is doing like the best job ever. I think that she is really bringing it in terms of interpretation. She's very calm, but at the same time, she can bring a little bit more energy, to Soleil, to Elena. And I think that since Elena is the sun, she cannot be simply gentle and calm all the time. She needs to have like an upward energy towards everything. And I really like that. She is doing like a stellar job in voicing Soleil. And then we had a moment for the villains. We were able to see that the biggest villain of the season is still asleep, somewhat like Mahotsukai as well. And there is like a big boss, which is very ugly, by the way, but Capard was there, giving his amazing poses. He's like a JoJo character. And you guys know how much I love Capard. But we were able to meet another villain, a new villain. Her name is Aiwan. I don't know how it's pronounced. It's probably going to be something like Aion in Japanese. I don't know. And we were also able to see that she has a butler. And I don't know if that butler is another villain or if he's just a butler of hers. And he's a cat. I loved his design as well, but I don't think he said anything because Iwan's voice is amazing. Her voice actor is also doing like a very good job. And even though we just saw her a little bit, I am already in love with her. But the one that was able to act in this episode was Tenjo again. And Tenjo is just a big, big diva. She was just there being massaged by the Not Raiders. And now they have kind of a radar as well, because in this radar they can see where the pens are. And now I thought that we were going to have Capard in this episode, but no, it was Tenjo who acted again. And Tenjo, I think she's been more successful than Capard in her attacks, simply because she's very technical. And the way she creates an atmosphere for the battle is really nice. In this episode, she succeeded in a way, but, well, she didn't succeed, but she did something different, and the girls were really struggling. Like when the battle started happening, we only had Star and Miyuki, and both of them were really in a pinch when it came to fighting because everything was cloudy. They were able to create like, it was like Chabon spray or Mercury Aqua Mist from Sailor Mercury. And they weren't really being able to see what was going on, and because of that, the Not Raiders were able to go after Fua. But it was nice because we were able to see even a little bit more of Elena's siblings, because they were the ones that noticed that something weird was going on, like in the other side of the lake. And so Elena went there. When she got there, it was very nice. I think that her characterization is really nice because she's being created as a person who's very strong and who's very reliable. But when she got there, she was really afraid. She was shaking. And that's a very human thing because, you're strong, you have to take care of your family, your kids, you have to take care of people that are younger than you have to protect them. And that's basically what she is. But at the same time, she's really showing that she has a weak side in her. But that didn't stop her at all. She saw that Fua was in distress and she simply jumped. She simply went there. She wasn't understanding anything, but she simply went there and she, helped Fua. And because of that, Fua resonated with her. Her yellow star pendant appeared and she transformed into Cure Soleil. That transformation and her voice, her singing voice, flawless. A 10 for me, like 11, 12, I don't know. But it's like the best score ever from a transformation because that is, I just can't. So good. So good. And then yesterday I reacted to her transformation and her attack, but I haven't seen the fight yet. And the fight was stellar. I really enjoyed how she kicked the Not Raiders. She became engulfed in flames and she kicked them around. Oh my god, she's so powerful and she has so much attitude in her fighting. Oh my god, guys, Cure Soleil is real. And I really enjoyed it. At the same time, I enjoyed the fighting. I enjoyed how Tenjo is technical, and unfortunately, or fortunately, she wasn't able to achieve anything, but she's always bringing something new to the way she fights. I think that she's going to be one of the most interesting villains, but I really want to see her get down to action. I mean, she has that fan, she's probably powerful, but she's hiding it. But I think that when she's going to use it, I think that she's going to use it in technical ways as well. I don't think that she's going to get dirt on her hands while she's fighting. But Cure Soleil's way of fighting is brilliant. I loved it, and the way she said ciao at the end of her attack, I was like, you're the best. I love you, Soleil. And really, really interesting. Oh my god, I just can't deal with how much I loved her fighting scene. And after that, we had an amazing, funny scene in which Prudence tried to explain to Soleil what a precure is, what's the point of bringing a cure, but she didn't want to listen. She said, okay, I can't do this right now. I have to go back to my family. I have to go back taking care of them. And one funny thing about her family is that she has a sibling who is like, he's probably the oldest after her. And he just doesn't want to play with the kids anymore. He's just in this cell phone all the time. And he's becoming a teenager, and we all know how that works, right? So episode 4, very special. Very, very special. I think that it's bringing more and more and more to Star Twinkle. Cure Soleil's edition was gorgeous. The fighting was great. The new villain is also great. And we were able to see a little bit of Madoka. Madoka is the moon of the school. And it was interesting because when people are around Soleil, it's all very noisy. People scream around her and around Celine. They're all very quiet. They're all very polite. A very different way of, working things. And obviously next week we're gonna meet Cure Celine. She's going to be our cure, and I'm very excited to see her. I'm very curious to see her in action. I really liked her voice, even though she didn't speak much in this episode. I really like her voice actor. I think she's going to be an amazing singer because, well, now they're all singers. And, Star Twinkle. Guys, Star Twinkle Precure. It's just bringing it every single time. You guys know I'm loving it. Anyways, guys, that was my view on episode 4. Please leave a comment with yours and we can keep our talk in the comment box below. Thank you so much for watching and until next time, bye bye!